Do you wish your business makes it to the top list of the most searched for business in the US and around the world? Or are you searching for halal compliant services and products online? Then Halal Finder is your online resource directory pointing you to the right places and products. Let's help you explore halal products and services of your choice as we manage many halal businesses across the world. Promote your business with halalfinder.com, the only plug you need to grow. Our services include business listing, digital marketing, branding strategy, SEO campaigns, crowdfunding, and humanitarian support. On our Compassion Corner, we offer crowdfunding of halal ventures and humanitarian services. In this section, you can make or receive donations, start donation campaign, and check existing donation campaigns. And by paying zakat and sadaqah to our Compassion platform on halalfinder.com, you have supported the poor, widows or widowers, orphans, and the likes around the world. Contact us at info@halalfinder.com or call +1 718 822 5555. Get started today at halalfinder.com.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and my sisters in Islam, I greet you and I salute you and I beg for your indulgence for the next 20-something minutes. We are, facing some of the greatest opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send our way. In many cases, ordinary humans will see difficulties or problems or pain or suffering as hindrance, as problems, as obstacles. But the faithful believers always use them for advancement, for progress, for prioritizing, their affairs and for, building, from where, they are, to other levels. And what am I referring to? For the past many years, some would say from the beginning of Islam, the first time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sent the message, to Adam, until today, until the same very day that I'm speaking to you, the first day of Rajab, there has always been challenges, before, the believers, whether individuals or groups or communities. That has never changed. It's a constant occurrence, for those who believe and act accordingly. They have always faced challenges, but what differentiates one from the other is how they react to those challenges. Some will be consumed by the challenges and become intellectually, paralyzed and disabled and become irrelevant and abandon the task or, become so weakened that they have no fortitude to move forward. And the real believers always, get strengthened. Their faith increases. Their resolve manifested. And, their destiny is, paved, clear. And I am referring to the latest, burning of the Qur'an, from various individuals and groups, in various parts of the world. They are doing it to sabotage Islam, to set, to cause harm to Muslims and to, disrespect, the holy book, and to, show their, their angers, and, how little regard they have, for Islam and for the holy book. And, but, this is the most beautiful opportunity that comes before Muslims. Instead of rallying and killing each other and hurting each other, destroying properties and sowing anger and divisions and weaknesses and hopelessness, why can't we use Qur'an? Why can't we use Qur'an to answer? And if we do, we become victorious. And if we do, we become more powerful. If we do, we will exact revenge in the most beautiful way possible. We cannot always reduce ourselves into angry emotional wreck. We can't do it. Muslims, we are at a higher level. We understand better. We have the answers to enemies, attacks, and, ignorant act. We know better, and we should do better. And for that reason, we thought, when I say we, the leadership of Muslim Media Corporation thought that, we better use Qur'an, to answer global challenges, whether we're dealing with enemies, whether we're dealing with ignorant people, whether we're dealing with even state-sponsored, destructive elements. We should always connect to Qur'an and use it. We should always do it. Otherwise, we're going to kill each other. We destroy our properties. We saw the world we're angry people. We saw the world we have no intelligence. We saw the world we use force, not, Qur'an. Those days should be behind us. Qur'an came to liberate us, to enlighten us, to free us, to empower us, and to guide us. And Qur'an only is the righteous guidance for Muslims, because Qur'an and Qur'an only connects us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in charge of everything in the world, has been and will forever be. No beginning, no ending. And we should be proud that we have the Qur'an to answer questions, to discharge our duties, and to manage our affairs, and to be able to learn from it so that we can be successful here and hereafter. That is why the leadership of the Muslim Media Corporation came up with the Islamic answer, Quranic answer to these Quranic burning, activities. Now, let me tell you what we, the Muslims in New York, had done in the past. There was a pastor in Florida, Pastor John or Pastor Johns, whatever, who is so full of hatred toward Islam and Muslims. I mean, even when you hear him speak, he can't even come up with proper phrases when describing Muslims and Islam. He is an embodiment of a complete hatred of Muslims. And he has organized, many, Quran burning events. And, we decided that Quran is the answer to Pastor Johns and all the other Pastor Johns of the world. What did we do? We organized Quranic reading in the heart of New York City, where children and adults, if you are a beautiful reciter, you recite. If you understand the meaning, you translate. Let the world know how beautiful this Quran is. And that's what we did. And it turned out to be the best answer. Instead of showing angry faces, rioting and hurting people, and then empowering the enemy, you weaken them with Quran. You answer to their wickedness with Quran. You lead the people in understanding Quran, and that's what we did, and it worked well. If you go online, you can see what we did, and I believe that should be imitated worldwide, and that is what led us to this action we are taking today, the first day of Rajab, the leadership of Muslim Media Corporation decided to launch a new hashtag that will help unite and centralize the Quran, the global Quranic reading, so that those who are burning the Quran will find out that they're burning papers. Quran is ingrained in our hearts. Millions and millions of Muslims saved Quran in their hearts. You can burn all the copies of any printed paper, and Quran will not be affected, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I send it to you, Muhammad, and your people, and I will protect it from the day I send it to the day that all of you return to me. I send the book and I will protect it. They can burn any copy they want to burn. They can do whatever they want to do with it. It doesn't affect it or change it or modify it or has any connection to the Quran, because I place Quran in the hearts of the believers from the time I send the first verse to the time all of you return to me. So we're confident. We're secure. You know, we're very, very confident that nothing affected. It's not like you crop this, you crop that. Corrupting Quran has been the goal of its enemies from day one. History tells us. Now, the current situation is just a small replica of what was tried before. But our answer is from Quran. And we should always get our answers from Quran. We should never, ever act because we're angry, because we're powerful. You know, we learn, you know, from the past that less than 400 people, you know, that went to Badr was able to be victorious because what? They follow Prophet Muhammad's divine guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they were victorious. And guess what happened? Another battle, when they thought that they had the power, they don't need this and that, then they began to use their own individual strategy, whatever. And guess what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saw them that it's not the numbers you have, but the connection to the message, because Quran has the answer. And they were humiliated just to show them that if you don't follow what we sent to Prophet Muhammad as guidance to you, you will always be humiliated. That is why today the leadership of Muslim Media Corporation said, since we are now in the technological era where hashtags speak volume, hashtags unite the globe into a cause, either progress or noble cause or destruction, we are officially launching today a hashtag that we call saved in the heart. Saved in the heart, meaning that Quran is saved in our hearts. Quran is memorized perfectly and completely by millions of people. You can burn everything and Quran is saved. So we want every Muslim that can recite Quran to recite whatever part, whether it is verses or juz or surah or multitude of them. You recite them beautifully, and then you put a hashtag, saved in the heart. Saved in the heart. Why do we do it? Because we want to centralize the power. Imagine millions and millions of Muslims to do that. And if you cannot recite, but you understand the meaning, you just go and then translate the meaning into your language, and then put hashtag saved in the heart. Let's do it. Let's do it. Then you will see what happens. If we do this, if we globalize the response to burning of a Quran with a hashtag saved in the heart, then you will see. Maybe even the enemies will read more, because their animosity toward Islam will lead them to the community of this hashtag and see what's going on. And maybe by chance, or maybe by, I shouldn't say by chance, maybe by divine order, they will learn one thing or two. And maybe by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permission, their hearts will be softened. and their actions to change. And maybe by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guidance, they will be guided. You never know. Allah knows, we don't know. You never know. That's why today we are extremely honored as Muslims with intellect, with understanding, and with the love and with the honor of Qur'an to say our answer to enemies of Islam or Qur'an will always be guided by Qur'an. And the best way to do it is when they attack Qur'an, we saw them that Qur'an cannot be attacked because it's in the hearts of the believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Sajdah. Surah Sajdah, he said, وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةُ إِدْفَعْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ فَإِذَا الَّذِي بَيْنَكَ عَدَاوَةٌ كَأَنَّهُ وَلِيٌّ حَمِيمٌ وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا إِلَّا الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا إِلَّا ذُو حَظٍّ عَظِيمٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, he said that do not fight evil with evil because they're not equal. One imam, during Friday khutbah reminded us, he said that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, always acted the same way. Whether he's dealing with friends first, enemies, those who love him, those who want to kill him, he always acted the same way because he was who he was. Righteous man with justice, man who will deal with anybody according to his nature, according to prophet's nature, not their nature, prophet's nature, which was what? Justice, righteousness, fairness. Now, even if you're unfair to him, he will be fair to you. You're unjust to him, he will be just to you. You don't like him, it doesn't matter. As long as what he's doing is what pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he won't change. Because that is his nature. His nature is justice, it's faith, it's love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's fairness, it's equality, it's equitability, it's everything that we want our leaders to be. Because that is his nature. And he wouldn't deal with people based on their nature. You're wicked, therefore he deals with you in a wickedness. You are lying, therefore, no, that's not him. And so that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do not fight evil with evil. If you do that, then you are two evils. He said you fight evil with what's best. Why do you do it? So that when the people who are inflicting evil on you realize that your nature is to be good. No matter what they do to you, your nature doesn't allow you to return their evil wickedness in kind because that is not in you. They say, wait a minute. We've been doing all these things. We've been insulting. We've been lying about this. We've been creating all kinds of headache. We tried to interfere. We did everything to sabotage this person's interest. We want to kill him. We want to destroy his character so that nobody will do. But yet this person never changed. And he knows that we're wicked toward him. He knows our actions. She knows what we're doing to her. But because of his or her nature is to be righteous, to be constrained, to refrain from evil, to reply with the best. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make those people who were your worst enemy become your best ally and support and friend. And they will protect you because they have already known your character. And they know no matter who they are, that's them. Who you are, it's you. And that's why we are launching this hashtag. Let's not organize rallies. Let's organize Safe in the Heart hashtag. We don't have to leave our rooms. Do it on your cell phone. Do it on your computer. Let's saturate Safe in the Heart hashtag, showing the world that Qur'an is in our heart. Let me give you a quick story. A couple of years ago, when a cartoonist drew a creature and put a bomb on a head, and he called that a Prophet Muhammad. People upon him, astaghfirullah. And we were interviewing a teacher, to be specific, a female Pakistani Muslim teacher, very qualified, beautiful human being. And after the interview, we said, you are hired. You can start tomorrow teaching in our school. And then she told me, brother, I'm I'm honored, to be here. Thank you. But tomorrow I cannot start because tomorrow, our community organized demonstration at the United Nations because, there's a cartoonist from Europe that, insulted Prophet Muhammad, put a bomb on the head and whatever. I look at the sister and I say to the sister, my sister, are you crazy? They said, no, no, no. Are you crazy? And I said, is Prophet Muhammad said bomb? He said, no. And I said, do they know? He said, no. And I said, do you know Prophet Muhammad? He said, yes. And I said, come tomorrow and let the world know who Prophet Muhammad was, especially these kids. My sister, if you go to the rally, while you have the chance to come and teach who Prophet Muhammad is, then you cannot come to our school because we reply to wickedness with Qur'an. Qur'an is our answer. And the sister started the following day. And we used that day as a day of teaching who Prophet Muhammad was. And everybody benefits. Nobody died. Nobody, saw, wickedness or angry. We didn't throw any stone. We didn't kill anybody. We replied using Qur'an. We saw, the world who Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is and will always be. If his head is bomb, that is a divine bomb that exploded to the world. And because of that explosion, we are proud Muslims and followers. We are believers, alhamdulillah. And that is the same response we are appealing to the Muslims all over the world. Let us not answer wickedness with wickedness, evil with evil, violence with violence, hatred with hatred. Quran said, don't do it. ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. Do not answer wickedness with wickedness. Always use the opportunity to show the beauty of Quran and the beauty of the examples of Prophet Muhammad upon him, so that the people who hate you because they're ignorant will realize that this is the character that we need to be around with, and they will join you. Please join the movement. Let's saturate our social media platforms with Saved in the Heart hashtag. We're doing it because when people go there, they will see various recitations and interpretation from various tongues, various parts of the world. And they will say, wait a minute, this is as many followers of this book, and we're trying to insult. They memorize it. We're wasting our time. We're all burning these papers. But Quran is saved in the heart. And we are super excited to always answer the call when the call is made. Instead of using violence and ignorance and hostility, we use Quran to answer. Whether we're dealing with enemies or whether we're dealing with those who love Quran, we always use Quran to defend Quran, use Quran to answer wickedness from those who hate it. Because the more people know about Quran, the less hostility they will have toward it. Because Quran is the answer to their problems. Their hatred and whatever, they don't know Quran. If you know the Holy Quran, you will love it. You will cherish it. You will protect it. You will embrace it. You will embody it. And you will teach it to your loved ones. But if you don't know it, then you may see it as a problem. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even in the Quran, he said that this book is a cure to the hearts of the believers. But as much as it is a cure to the hearts of the believers, it is a pain and suffering to those who are wicked, those who don't believe, those who don't know Allah. My brothers and my sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose us to be the best community, best nation. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the elements to qualify for it. You cannot just be a best because you're chosen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose people and assigned them tasks to be fulfilled. And because of that, we want to saturate the social media with the Quranic answer to the Quranic burning from the enemies. And the answer is, do not fight wickedness with wickedness, violence with violence, hatred with hatred, ignorance with ignorance. Let us use Quran to answer every act toward Quran, toward Muslim, toward Islam. We have the answer, and it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have the guidance, and it is from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then we can never ever be wrong. Anybody who's using violence, to say that we're fighting the fighter, they just don't know. Violence don't bring anything but more violence and destruction. But Qur'an free us, protect us, honor us, and dignify us. And therefore, our response to anything, good or bad, must always come from Qur'an. And we do it in a most righteous way. Let's not just select this and that. Let's just do it to show the world that Qur'an is as much of mine as yours. It doesn't just my Qur'an, it's our Qur'an as the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's our guidance, it's our mercy, it's our platform. So, my brothers and my sisters, on behalf of the leadership and the editorial team of Muslim Media Corporation, which publishes 4 newspapers, in the United States and in Africa, we're calling upon you to join the campaign to centralize the response to Quranic burning with saved in the heart. Saved in the heart. We want all of you who can recite to recite beautifully. All of you who can interpret beautifully. But just add saved in the heart hashtag so that people will see and exchange it and then transmit it globally. Let's globalize Quran as it is globalized, because Quran is in our hearts. Nobody can burn it. Quran is in our hearts and will forever be protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who sent it down. And everybody who doesn't like it just don't know it. But if they know it, they will embrace it as much as we do embrace it, because it's nothing but guidance and mercy. Nothing but to show us how to be successful here and hereafter. And the beauty about Quran is that it confirms the books before it. Quran confirms and protects the books before it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do not even discriminate among the people of the book. Just concentrate on your book and love your religion and work toward perfecting, your deeds, and then rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after that. Because after all, it is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has the answer, the ability, the power. And it is Allah who brings us here. It is Allah whom we're going to return to in various days. Join us. Let's make safe in the heart the biggest hashtag in the world. That will be the best answer, the most appropriate answer to Quranic burning. Saved in the heart. Launched on the Rajab, the first day of Rajab this year. Thank you all. And I greet you, and I also salute you, and I also pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to enter Ramadan, fast Ramadan, and get the benefit of Ramadan. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا ما قضيت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربي اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Do you wish your business makes it to the top list of the most searched for business in the US and around the world? Or are you searching for halal compliant services and products online? Then Halal Finder is your online resource directory, pointing you to the right places and products. Let's help you explore halal products and services of your choice as we manage many halal businesses across the world. Promote your business with halalfinder.com, the only plug you need to grow. Our services include business listing, digital marketing, branding strategy, SEO campaigns, crowdfunding, and humanitarian